Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome to Blackthorn Arena Reforged. So, Blackthorn Arena is a game that initially came out a handful of years ago and had a bunch of follow-up DLCs in a fairly short period of time. Reforged, this title, packages all of that previous work together, turns it into the base game, and then adds in this 3D environment that we get to go into and interact with, giving a lot more life to this gladiator simulator. This is going to be a first look video, and for me, I've gone ahead and played forward a little bit, and instead of giving a full restart as we're not into a let's play scenario, here's a hint: if you would like a let's play scenario on this one, now's the time. Drop below, click that like button, leave a comment that you would like to see a full let's play of this game. I'll remind you at the end for those who aren't decided on it just yet. But with this first look video, I'm 3 weeks into the game, 23 days into the game. So I haven't gone very far yet, but I've gone far enough to encounter the tutorial and come to terms with what we're doing here. Now, of course, on the surface, it's quite simple. We're going to have slaves who serve as gladiators. We're going to put them in arenas to fight other gladiators, other slaves, and hope to be victorious and gain valor and, of course, wealth. Well, now that you're all caught up, let's show off the game a little bit. This is our gladiator cells, and here are the 7 gladiators that I have at my disposal right now, with a couple primaries who I've been using for just about all of our fighting so far. We have Bobby Stronghold here, who's currently a level 6. He started as a level 3. He was one of my couple initial gladiators that I began with, or slaves, realistically, that I began with, and we've been able to level him up quite a few times. The other is Madeline. So 2 level 6, initial level 3 slaves are now level 6s. The others I've acquired along the way. A couple through purchase, and the others have come, challenged our arena, put up my best fighter, beaten them, and put them into our service, where they were trying to either make money or have to earn and pay off that money, meaning indebted and become indentured slaves. So we have picked up a level 2, a level 4, a level 1, a level 5, and a level 4 to add in. Most of them have a role within the arena that they have been assigned. Those that are just standing here are ones currently available to fight, and I've used Smith a little bit in fighting right now, but I'm trying to get her caught up to Madeline and Bobby Stronghold carefully, gently, because there's very much risk of death to losers in this, so you've got to really take things carefully along the way, especially when you're just starting out. We have a capacity for 20, so we're well below that, but there are expenses with having additional slaves, like guarding them, and 3 silver pieces daily go in, which is more than half of our overall expenditure on a daily basis. And with only 70 silver pieces to our name, it's, we're a little shy of being in a good state financially right now. We have a training ground. One of our current slaves has a level 1 in coaching, and that level 1 in coaching has them set up as our drill master. She herself is only a level 2, so not really capable as a fighter, without running great risk of defeat on a regular basis, but she can give boost to training others. But it takes time, and it comes with injury chance and exhaustion rate, so it tires them out, lowers their morale, but it gives them experience gains, which are obviously handy. We have a treatment room for when they get injured, and one of the slaves that we have picked up along the way, and this one I actually purchased, is a pretty decent healer, and so and was quite affordable to purchase. So we've got her handling the treatment room. We have a torture chamber for when things go awry. Luckily, things have not gone awry yet. I've had 1 slave attempt to run away, and they were captured, and we very quickly gave them a minor punishment that saw their loyalty increase quite a bit. Our main hall is where everyone goes to eat. One of our slaves is assigned as a cook. We do have a couple recipes unlocked, but we're still on the basic, trying to sort all that out. And actually, I just finished learning a new recipe, and I've picked up the ingredients to make it at least once anyway. We can only craft it once, but the garlicky lamb chop. Okay, so our regular diet, this is the regular cost for everyone, is rye bread and corn wine, which gives a 1% health restoration. The other one gives a 1% morale restoration. It's 10 bronze daily, so it's a low cost. I unlocked the recipe malt liquor, which increases that to 3%, definitely more significant. I'm going to go ahead and insufficient cooking level to make the malt liquor. Okay. I have an alchemy room to make potions and a smithy, a blacksmith, to make weapons and armor. I've unlocked multiple recipes in this area as well, with our level 1 slave that we have, who's actually now a 3 in her forge skill. So she's made some progress there, primarily through doing research. Problem with the research is the expense being 2 silver, and we have that limitations on funds, but the more we do the research, it levels her up, and the more she's going to be capable. And I've really found, it's going to take 4 days to research that, I've really found that a gladiator, even with a lower level, can punch well above their weight and outperform others of a slightly higher level, primarily because we obtain skills, and those skills can really provide the difference in a fight. So looking at the UI, gold, silver, or bronze pieces, daily expenses of that same amount. I currently have 190 fame. I've slowly acquired that over the 3 weeks and getting used to doing things. In fact, I've only actually lost 1 fight so far, and won all the rest. There's a market where you could purchase crafting items, food items, slaves, weapons and armor, all of those sorts. You can also sell your extra goods or the things that you create over time. And then there's this world map, and in this world map there are other arenas out there, and a little baseline on the story, the background, without going through the full multiple minute introduction that the game provides. Your grandfather established Blackthorn Arena. Your father disgraced it, cheated, and you have returned some years later to repurchase the arena after it got run into the ground, and you are now starting from scratch, trying to build up a reputation and eventually be allowed to compete amongst the best arenas out there. And so we have to do little gigs initially to kind of start with things. And speaking of little gigs, trying to find one is the trickiest part while we have a very low level. Once our level comes up, it's going to be really easy to get daily work. But I have a couple level 6s and a level 4 to compete with. I don't have level 7s. I don't have a level 10, a 9, a 7, and a 14 to be able to go head to head with these other groups. Here at the same time, it's another level 7. There's an 8, a 7, and a 7. I'm a little more inclined to actually try that one. The payout would be 36 silver, and we'd earn 49 favorite. That would be pretty decent. We'd pull out a fine long bow out of that one as well. We might just enroll for that one. Ooh, but I like this. Okay, so we have a were-rat who's a level 6. 3 team members get to put up the fight for this one with a pretty good payout. Yeah, that's a for sure winner. But before I jump into that fight, I've got some new equipment that I picked up in a recent fight that I need to go equip. Here's the comparison of that new equipment item that I'm going to go ahead and equip, and this is one of my primary fighters. She's got a tower shield, one that I purchased a while back, that has been really handy in getting some initial victories, and then just keeping us in fights, right? That the ability to block and dodge is very handy for keeping a fight going for much longer and eventually pulling out a victory. But now we have a fine tower shield which can negate an additional 4 to 5 blunt damage with the same block rate, the same block angle, and add 10 health, though it does increase the threat rate, which means others are more likely to target her, which actually could be a good thing because we're, defensive, right? Quick breakdown of what we have on this character so you understand that there are limitations and difficult choices have to be made. So we have a helmet which provides sharp, blunt stab resistance of a certain percentage, but there's also weight. That's one of the big things, because culmination of weight, being overburdened, will really hurt your gladiator. So keeping their weight below the threshold is really big to having no penalties. And when you carry a big shield and you've got armor and a big helmet on, it all adds up pretty quickly. We have a light weapon, which helps. That's why we counter it with the big shield. But that big shield's working pretty well for Madeline. Morale, pretty good for all three, but health is already recovered for all three of them. I've dealt with that in recent days after some other encounters left them a little bit wounded. But I'm pretty excited about the possibility of a win out of this fight. So we enter the arena. We're going to take on a rat. 3-on-1. Now, initially, pausing, I've found is actually really important to give orders, because they're just going to stand there if you don't give orders. There's the possibility to set them to automatic, but having control of them is definitely important. So we want Smith to attack. Alright, so we're going to set all three to attack. We're going to take them head on with this one. I think we're going to have a pretty healthy advantage with 2 6s and a 4 versus a level 6 were-rat, who certainly could do some damage to any one of us, but with 3 of us ganging up on him, should be a pretty simple fight, so let's get to it. Yeah, we're doing damage without actually taking any
Yep. Everyone, be careful.
And there we go. Madeline just reached level 7. We win the fight. And that's what we're here for. Everybody comes out healthy. Bobby got that kill, as he often does. He does a lot of damage. Madeline, with that shield, did draw the ire of the rat, but only took 149 damage. Most of that absorbed by the shield. And for this fight, we pick up that 45 silver, which can take care of our finances for quite a few days. 8 plus, almost 9. And the influence that we need to start opening up the market. Then you pick up other things like raw rat meat, which we could hang on to, put into a recipe, do something with, or we can sell these things off. That's something that I'm kind of picking up on here through these first few weeks into the game. So that fight did take a day. So that day is now done. So we did have our expenses as well, which means even though we made 45, really we only made 40. But I've quickly learned the best way forward right now is just finding a good, winnable match on a regular basis, and that can set you up a little bit more. A level 8, a level 7, and a level 7. Not every day, but probably a couple times a week, events occur, and some of those events are bonuses where friendships develop between our drill master and Bobby, who was doing some training over the last 24 hours. Other times it's challenges. Those challenges have led to me getting additional slaves just simply by defeating them in a fight. Day 27, another event. Your 2 gladiators, Madeline and Bobby, have developed an ambiguous connection that, if you allow for it, could develop into an overt relationship as their master. Would you allow for that to happen? I suppose we're going to tolerate that. They fight together a lot. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It's a first look. I want to see what happens, right? Well, it was initially just Madeline who leveled up from that fight, but a couple days of just training, because there wasn't any suitable fights, has brought Bobby and Smith up as well. This is actually the first time that Smith has finally leveled up, so The training has been helpful, and now we're looking at bonuses that you can get for all of them. So Bobby, first off, gets 3 attribute points that I can distribute as I see fit. Endurance is good for him. It gives him more health, more stamina, and increases his restoration. Strength is definitely good because you're going to inflict more damage and increase carrying capacity, so we can give him better armor, help keep him alive longer. Agility is really good for movement speed, attack speed, dodge. So I've been doing a lot of kind of a balanced trio, and sometimes putting a little more into the specific character and what's going to be good for them. So we can add that in. Also, as you get up to a certain level, it starts taking more points though to actually get through and see that level up. But you learn skills as you go along. In case of Bobby, he has not been picking up his one-handed training very well. He's still pretty weak at it, as I gave him a really good weapon, but it was not his strong suit. But he didn't have any strong suit. Shield is his weapon mastery area, and so we've been putting points, skill points, into shield skills. The next one is a passive skill, which will increase his tenacity by 30% of block rate. Getting that to level 2 with my second skill point will bring that up to 40%. And you have to have a skill level to put points into something. So that's kind of why we are where we are. There's other areas though that you can go into leveling, like your fighter class, and that's not something I've started dumping points into yet. Mostly just weapons, so I need to start looking into the class bonuses as well. Smith, first level. She's got good strength. 1 point will bring that up a level. Her endurance is terrible though, so if she starts getting hit, it's going to hurt fast. So we're going to bring that up a couple levels. Okay, she's been training in two-handed and doing pretty well with it, and we got her a good, fine two-handed greatsword. She has 3 skill points. These have been the difference in a fight, so probably giving her this like spiral slash and maxing that out for this first level. Madeline started pretty weak on the strength side, but she at this point is very much our tank. I want that agility up. That helps her get blocks, and then we're gonna start focusing on that endurance a little bit more in coming levels, especially if you have group fights. Her one-handed and shield are both leveling up effectively, and as I have skill points, I'm curious about class. What can we do? She's a commander. She's already a level 3 commander of 5. Apparently it only goes up to level 5. I'm going to put 1 point into first aid, and then the next point into leveling up shield strike. Okay, so Smith picked up an injury in training, but it was only 22 health. She'll be okay. We finished the fine longsword recipe. This is a risk that if I'm not doing a first look video, I'm probably not taking at this point in time, but let's see what happens. We're going to send our leader to this fight, which has a lot of level 7 or level 8s. We're level 7 now, but it's only 1 team member. And there's 8 teams out there, so that's asking a lot to come away with this thing. Is it going to be all 8 simultaneously in the ring, or is it going to be a tournament? I think this is just, well, it does say tournament, so we'll find out. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so it's going to be a level 7 versus level 7 for those. I've tended to fare well because I have the skills, and the skills have made the difference. I'm also going to go ahead and bet 1 silver. 1,000 bronze makes 1 silver, 1,000 silver makes 1 gold, or 100. Sorry, 100.
Oh.
That. Shield strike pretty well. I also discovered though that my one-handed skill hasn't worked. I think I catch it, even though it's a one-handed. Run away. There's nobody else in here, so it doesn't matter that he's running away. We're just gonna catch him and finish him. There it is. crowd's slightly in favor of finishing him off, killing him off. I guess we're gonna have to go with the die. We gain 12 favor, additional favor for killing their gladiator, which is not what you want. Gotta be merciful. Personally, not inclined to killing everybody, but we level up to level 8 for that. And wow, look how dominant that was. And so the fight does continue on. Oh.
Time.
Oh, that's not a good start. Get knocked down. We're gonna not even hit him yet. Shield bash. There we go. Wow, we've been having a hard time with this guy so far.
Yep.
Worked. That's a nice hit we got in, but this guy's little kick move is really giving me a hard time. Oh, and he's dodging. We're in trouble. Nope. He got me with the kick move. But we are stable. Apparently no kill. I'll take that. We won one, lost one. We ended up breaking even on the bets by winning one and losing one. But we get no winnings for losing in the semis. We just get the experience gained and the wounds that we came back with. So those little tournaments are tricky. Oh man, it's glitching so bad. That's like Bobby getting in our space. Ignore that for a second. But Master, I have good news for you. Since your return, I've been contacting some old friends. Black market traders, slave hunters, gang members, all sorts of outlaws. Your grandfather used to build a grapevine out of these scum all over the freelands, and now that network, at least part of it, is ready for you. Through this grapevine, we can learn a lot of profitable information, like which caravan was going to pass by where, or what treasure was hidden somewhere. Then you can send your gladiators to rob the caravan or bring the treasure back. Besides, you can send men to catch the vagrants and bandits who wander the freelands, turn them into slaves, and train them into gladiators. Interesting. These activities will grant you a good chance to enhance your strength. Perhaps you are not interested in these illegal activities themselves, but the law of the jungle is the way to live in the freelands. Please consider it carefully. Alright, well, here are all of those extra icons now. So we have a mission, easy difficulty, 3 days left. Well, before I head back out, I've got 2 injured. I'm going to go ahead and get them back up to full health. In the meantime, we finish research on the fine great sword. Ooh, and we have a conflict. Smith and Margie. Obedience increased by 1. They both take 5 damage for that. So 5 health decreased shortly. I have there's the Madeline Bobby follow up. They are getting more and more friendly with one another. Once again, taking a risk that I'm probably more inclined not to take if I'm not doing this video. So we have what's considered an overall level 6 exhibition. The team size is 4. We're going to gain 48 favor with a win, 36 silver with a win, and a cutlass. What I worry about though is the strength of 1. They have a level 10, 2 level 8s, and a level 1. That's where we've got the real advantage. So if we can kind of match the other 3, quickly dispatch the number 1, and then start doubling up, I think we can get ourselves a victory. So added to the list for this fight is our medic, Margie, who's a level 4 overall and has not participated in a fight just yet. So could be a tricky one. But we did have some weapons to bring with for the fight. Cool arena over the drawbridge. onto the platform. And the platform looks like it has some open spaces too, so. Okay, we're gonna have to pause real quick and determine where we want to make it. There we go. Okay, the level 1 is definitely for Margie. Margie, you get the level 1. Don't want you dying in the meantime, as you're pretty poorly matched with everybody else. Hill is level 8. I'm gonna send Smith. Can I send you? No. And Madeline and Bobby are going to have to handle the tougher ones. Bobby has tended to do a little bit better job in fighting, so we'll take on Steven. And Madeline will go for Rosanna. Okay, well, here we go. Maybe we need to just double up everybody on Steven. Because we can't even reach Hill. Oh, there's Mosley. Okay, Smith. Bobby is using his automatically. Madeline is Bobby's not doing well. Steven's almost down, actually. Bobby's down. Get Smith down would be okay. Madeline looks like she's not doing anything at all. We attack Steve. Mosley's almost down. Uh-oh. Now we're really in trouble because Smith and Margie are all that's left. Margie just stood there at the end of it, not sure what happened. A little dazed and confused. Nobody died though. Nobody died, so. Madeline and Bobby have now become lovers. Now it's impossible to separate them. Alright, the new recipe, apple vinegar, has worked. That's morale though. Let's keep the rye bread. And here we can change to the apple vinegar. There we go. Alright, so I've sent my 4 gladiators to seek treasure. And apparently it is guarded by a pack of monsters. Let's see. We're going to attack the monsters, apparently. Oh, and it puts us into a dungeon. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, at least another spider over there. Taking care of 2 spiders is easy enough. There's loot. Now, there's 3 times. Oh, they took out that spider fast. Woo. Bobby. They are using it all automatically, so.
When you are.
Oh, there's the other spider.
Everyone, be careful.
Spider's an easy takedown. Stamina recovering, health is recovering for everyone. Looking pretty good. We got a ruby. Worth a decent amount of, but not enough to compensate us just yet. Let's get back over here, see what was inside. It's my first time encountering this scenario. Little dungeon crawling. Oh.
Here we go. Feel my fury.
Smith has leveled up. There you go. Added bonus for going out for this. That's what we're hearing. Some swinging pendulums. Some Edgar Allan Poe going on here. Okay, another spider. Get everybody
Everybody be careful.
rid of that before we I like that it will take automatic. Nice. That iron and timber, we can make a sword from that. Gain skill and sell it. A giant bat. We're gonna go back.
Let's have fun.
No, don't go rushing in. Aye, you guys. He went rushing in. Kill number on Margie. Bobby? Bobby, are you okay there? Bobby's having an issue. Bobby's falling through the world.
Here we go. What do we?
And only Margie and Smith are here all of a sudden. Like what? Madeline's here but invisible?
Here we go.
There we go. Okay, we took out the rat, but we've lost Bobby temporarily here. So the game has just released, and it's clear that there are some bugs with this game, things that are going to need to get fixed. A fine tower shield is fantastic. That's a great acquisition. And a couple of rubies. I think it's a good time to leave in the... It's not letting me leave either. Okay. Put in to fight these guys. Margie, don't go running straight at the swinging pendulums. So I've had to go back to this a second time. I couldn't, as you read the comment. So, with a little restart here, we're back at the beginning stage, but okay. Goblins. Dungeon seems to have the same layout, same trap placement. It's just about what you're going to be fighting along the way. And
Everyone, be careful.
These
Great.
trolls. So, we got a goblin killer.
Be careful.
5 of them in total. Definitely a level of damage. Second this one's not going. And on this occasion, Madeline would have died, but that's okay because, well, for one, I've already won this battle. I don't need to come back and lose it and lose somebody's life in the process, but those goblins were definitely tougher than the bats we were up against. Anyway, that is going to do it for this first look video. I asked you the question at the beginning if you knew at that point whether you would like to see a full Let's Play series. Now, if you would like to see a full Let's Play series, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like to help with that algorithm so this gets out there. I'm definitely interested in doing a series here. I am a little concerned about some of the bugs that are there, but it's pretty easy to just save your progress along the way, and you encounter some bugs, and you know, that's okay. That's part of being in the gaming community, and especially with new releases, you're going to see them from time to time. Games are going to come with flaws, but it seems to be a pretty fun title to me. I would definitely like to do some more with this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.